So we'll start on our discussion with this class on management of nursing educational institution. First of all, students, we need to know why we are learning this, right? Because as it is understood that some of you would be going towards the service side, some of you would be going as teachers in the institutes, and as you grow up in your career, you may have to take up these administrative posts as managers, right? So at that time you would be able to handle all the things that happens in a nursing institution. So keeping that in mind, we are starting this class of management of nursing educational institutions. So you all very well know that Florence Nightingale has been credited for actually starting an education system for nurses, right? So initially there was no such program for nurses, but over a period of time she understood that there is a need of having such institutions, and she had laid down certain principles for such schools. As you have already learned in your nursing education, you have learned in history of nursing that the school of nursing that was initially started by her, was at St Thomas Hospital, London, in 1860. And she had kept certain criterias. Okay, she had kept certain criterias, like the nurses should be trained in an educational institution that is supported by public funds and also associated with the medical school. And the next thing that she wanted, that the nursing school should be affiliated with the teaching hospital, but it should be independent of it. And third, what she had laid down as a principle, that the curriculum that we are having, curriculum of a nursing training should include both theory as well as practical experiences. Okay, so some more things she had mentioned, like professional nurses should be responsible for the administration and instructions, and it should be that they are paid for the instructions that they are giving to the students. Then another thing that she expected, that students should be carefully selected and should reside in some residential places, and it was very important that they should follow discipline and they should have a good character, right? These all things she had mentioned. Then it is so many years before she has expressed her opinion about it, that the students should be attending the lectures, they should write papers, okay? And a proper record of the student has to be maintained. So this is actually for you all to understand the initial part of how the nursing schools were evolving. Okay, so it's very clear from what she mentioned that we needed a hospital for going for our training. At the same time, Florence Nightingale was very clear that the hospital will not be controlling. A separate school will be there which will be taking care of the training of nurses. Okay, so that time initially there was no concept of professional nurse, but gradually with the period of time we saw that the concept of professional nurse, a person who would go for a university education, who will have critical thinking, who will have multiple subjects to study and very capable, that was the way a nurse should have been prepared. Okay, but it doesn't mean that you would have all the nurses who would be getting education in a university. So based on that, there were certain programs laid down. So we will be focusing in the next slide about the programs that are there in India. Students, right now we are focusing on the programs that are there in India. Okay. So let us see now what are the programs that are there. So let us start from the first basic one that is available. There is an auxiliary nurse and midwife, this course, 2 years course. The training duration is 2 years, and the nursing examination board, especially the state nursing council, takes care of the examination part. Okay, and registration is as a registered ANM. The next course is general nursing and midwifery. This was 3 years from 2015 to 16. Initially, it was 3.5 years. So here also you can see nursing examination board. It refers to the various councils that are there in India, right? The nursing councils will be taking care of the programs examination of general nursing and midwifery. Then you have the registration that you will receive from the council would be as a RN and RM, that is registered nurse and a registered midwife. Next is basic BSc, okay, which is a 4 year course. This is the course that you all are doing, right? In our college, we have a ANM course also running, the general nursing midwifery course also running. We have the basic BSc course also going on. So you all are in this course, and this is a university examination that is done, and registration that you receive is as a RN and RM. Next option, that means after general nursing and midwifery, what can be done? Post basic BSc. Okay, post basic BSc, regular 2 years course. Examinations are conducted by university, and this will be added to your basic this qualification as an additional qualification. Okay, so जनरल नर्सिंग एंड मिडवाइफरी हो गई है 2015 से जो आपके हैं सारे 3 years के कोर्स कर रहे हैं, राइट? So when they do that 3 years course, and after that they can go for post basic BSc, which is a 2 years regular course, and examinations are conducted by university. And this would be added as an additional qualification. That means registration number change नहीं होगा, additional qualification add हो जाएगा, ठीक है? अब BSc, basic BSc के बाद या post basic BSc के बाद आप क्या कर सकते हैं? What can be done? You can do your masters, which is a 2 years course. Examinations are governed by university, and this also would get added as an additional qualification to your certificate. So someone who has done a GNM, then post basic, and then MSc, so it would be an additional qualification added to this number. Whereas for a person who has done direct BSc of 4 years, that is done for the basic course, ठीक है? इस कोर्स के साथ ये additional qualification add हो जाएगा. Then MPhil course is there, 1 year, full time and part time है तो 2 years. Okay. Examinations are from the university side, and it will be counted as additional qualification. And the highest in nursing programs is the PhD. and the training duration is 3 to 5 years. Examination is governed by the university, and that also gets added to your basic, this particular number, as an additional qualification. Okay, so PhD, it's Doctor of Philosophy. This is Masters of Philosophy, Masters of Science. Master of Science also, you have lot of specialities in which you can specialize. But when post basic level and basic BSc level, you have multiple number of subjects that have to be completed. There is no option of selecting. You have a curriculum which has to be completed. Okay. Now let us understand further certain things. Now when I talk like this about these programs, you have to be also clear about this, that जो आपकी ANM की कोर्स होती है, ये एक सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स में काउंट होता है, ठीक है. This is a diploma course. GNM is a diploma course. Then you have your degree. Degree में आपके जो BSc नर्सिंग और पोस्ट बेसिक. So these are the degree course. Then till here we say that the person is an undergraduate. ठीक है, आपकी BSc कंप्लीट हो गई है, हम कहेंगे you are an undergraduate. Then you have this part where you do your masters. Then it will be called post graduation. ठीक है, it will be called post graduation. Then is PhD. So यहाँ post graduation में ये सब include हो जाता है आपका MSc, MPhil, all are your post graduations that you're doing, and then the highest level that you have is a doctoral program, that is the PhD. Fine. So till here we have discussed two things, students. We have discussed about the various nursing educational programs that are established in India, right? Why are we discussing? Please remember, you all who are opting to be in the education side, you need to have a clarity of what are the courses that are there in India, how many years it takes to cover the course, ठीक है, और कौन उसको गवर्न करता है, एग्जामिनेशंस कौन करता है, वो क्लैरिटी होना चाहिए. Now you should not call a BSc program as a diploma program, GNM as a degree program. This confusion should not happen. These are guidelines that are very clearly laid down by the Indian Nursing Council. Right? So this is about the various programs that are dealt by the council, or I should say Indian Nursing Council. In our next session, we will see more in detail about the nursing college administration.